The smartphone industry is considered to be so saturated that it's almost impossible for a new brand to come and compete in. Until this. This is the Nothing Phone 1. Welcome to day 1 of switching to nothing. So this is the Nothing Phone 1, the first phone from nothing, the company spearheaded by Carl Pei, the co-founder of OnePlus. And while there's skepticism over how viable nothing could be, the answer is clear. Nothing is here to stay. The Nothing Phone 1 is equipped with some pretty moderate mid-range specs. A Full HD 6.5-inch AMOLED display with 120Hz. We also do have the Snapdragon 778 Plus chipset paired with 8GB of RAM and dual 50MP cameras on the back. One ultra-wide, one wide, and a 16MP selfie shooter. It also comes with a 4500mAh battery cell. So overall, this is a pretty good package, but it's nothing amazing or mind-blowing. But what sets this phone apart is its glyph interface. Having a large array of lights on the back of the phone that light up according to whatever you set it to is pretty cool. But is this just a gimmick, or is there something more to it? Let's take a deeper look. So now I'm switching my SIM card over from the iPhone to the Nothing Phone 1. And this is where it's going to be in for the whole week. Now, so far, I have some pretty cool impressions on the Nothing Phone 1. First of all, I've already transferred all my data over, so it's pretty much just the same as I had on my iPhone. So far, I think that the glyph lights are pretty cool. One of the coolest things about these lights is that you can set it to whatever you want it to do. For example, if you are playing some music, you can set the glyph lights to go along with the music. And you can also set some different arrangements for whether you're getting a call, the text, the message, or whatever, which is pretty nice. Now, holding the phone in my hands is actually quite built nicely. We do have these metal rails, which are reminiscent of the iPhone 12, and we also do have a glass back and front. However, this is a used phone, so the glass on the back has already been scratched quite a bit. But other than that, it does look very premium, and this transparent look is very unique, which is something you don't see on any other phone. It is quite dense and a little bit heavy, but it feels pretty nice to the touch. The vibration mode is also pretty solid, and it doesn't feel cheap like some other mid-range phones. The fingerprint sensor is optical, but it does scan pretty quickly and is pretty reliable. Now this phone will get Nothing OS free, but at the moment we're still stuck on 2.5, which does look pretty nice and is quite fluid. So far, the camera quality is pretty on par with most mid-range phones. It's nothing amazing, but they are pretty high resolution and they do look pretty alright. But I'm gonna have to put it to the test to see how good these cameras really are. So far, I do think that the camera software is pretty good and the user interface is pretty quick and snappy, but I'll leave my full thoughts to the full review. Okay, so I finally finished setting up the Nothing Phone and it's ready for me for the next 7 days. So far, I've been enjoying this phone. The performance has been pretty good and setting up apps and everything is pretty smooth so far. So I think it's going to be a really interesting 7 days with this phone. And let's get into day 2. So welcome to day 2 with the Nothing Phone. It's currently 9:48, our battery percentage is at 97%. Let's get into day 2.
How do I, you said it goes crazy. How do I make it go crazy?
If you play some audio like this or anything, flashes up like that.
So cool. Is it like anytime there's audio?
So notifications, or you can set it to do whatever you want, like customizable. It's currently 11:11, our battery percentage is at 79%, and I've met up with some of my friends at the library to play a few board games. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay, so it's currently 1:11 and our battery percentage is at 74%. So let's talk about the display on the Nothing Phone. So the Nothing Phone is equipped with a 6.55-inch AMOLED display that can dynamically refresh between 60 to 120 Hz. Now there's no LTPO technology, so it doesn't refresh between 1 to 120 Hz, but so far it's been pretty good. I have been enjoying that the 120 Hz refresh rate is pretty consistent throughout pretty much any of the usage. And along with the software optimization, so far it feels like there's no lags or stutters in terms of the refresh rate. Now turning to the brightness, we only do get 800 nits in high brightness mode, which is not the brightest, but it's decent enough for most lighting conditions, apart from direct sunlight. It does reach 1200 nits in HDR mode only, so it is still pretty standard for a mid-range phone of this price. In terms of the color, we do get HDR10+ certification, so it's pretty good color-wise. It does have some really nice vibrancy and the saturation, and it's pretty good to look at. We do have Gorilla Glass 5 coating on the front, which isn't the strongest in today's time, but you can get a screen protector on it pretty easily as it is a completely flat display. And finally, we do have some really even bezels around the whole phone, which is quite nice to see, especially for a phone of this price. However, it is a little bit thick compared to other phones on the market today, but having even bezels is a pretty good win. So altogether, you are getting some pretty good mid-range specs, and there isn't really anything that's missing from this display. So far, I've been enjoying this phone, and the performance has been really keeping up with me. So we're at 74%, so we'll see how the battery does throughout the day, and I'll give you guys my rundown on the battery performance at the end of the day. But let's keep going on with the day in the life. It's currently 1:25 and our battery percentage is at 71%. Now I've caught up with another couple friends to go on a grocery run for a barbecue I'm organizing tomorrow. Okay, so I'm about to head off to work. It's 4:42, our battery percentage is at 56%, and we're gonna go to work, see what happens, and then I'll update you guys on the battery percentage once I finish. Okay, so I've just gotten home from work and it's currently 9:19 and our battery percentage is at 29%. Taking a look at our screen time for the day, we've had a screen time of 2 hours and 49 minutes. So that is not a great start for the week. I don't think this is as good as I expected from a phone of this size with a 4500 mAh battery cell, but we'll see if this improves over the week. Anyway, that's it for the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, good morning and welcome to day 3 with the Nothing phone. It's currently 9:19 and our battery percentage is at 100%. And today I'm going to be testing out the cameras. We have two 50 megapixel cameras, a 50 megapixel ultra wide and a 50 megapixel wide, along with a 16 megapixel selfie camera. So for the whole day, I'm going to be shooting on the Nothing phone itself, my camera. I'm going to see what the camera quality is like on this phone. Okay, so first up in the day, we have to get a haircut. Okay, so I just got all my haircut done, looking all fresh now, and I'm going to go to the train station and catch the train to the city. See you guys there. Now sadly, the front camera can't shoot in 4K, which is a bit of a bummer, even though it's 60 megapixels, which is a bit funny. But, oh well. Okay, so I've gotten off the train now. It's currently 10:49, our battery percentage is at 88%. As you can tell, both cameras can shoot 4K, which is really handy and useful. We also do have a red light indicator that flashes while you're taking videos on a Nothing phone, which is a really useful feature as well, so you make sure that you're never missing out when you're taking a video. Now I'm going to take some photos in the city with these cameras to see how they look. So far, the cameras on the Nothing phone are very solid. The main sensor is very capable and takes some very nice photos in good lighting with excellent details, sharpness, dynamic range, and color. I will say that the ultra-wide camera isn't very ultra-wide when compared to the main camera, but overall can take some really nice photos. It isn't as detailed or has the same dynamic range as the main sensor, but the colors are still correct and it isn't largely far off. When taking photos of faces, it does a great job at autofocusing correctly and it has a nice depth of field, even though there is no depth sensor. Portrait mode also works well, but does look a little fake at times. I will also note that there is no optical zoom camera on here, so that when you do punch in, it's a digital crop of the main sensor. I would love to see on the next Nothing phone a proper triple camera setup, which I think would be amazing. Selfies also look pretty decent, however the limitation of no 4K video is a bummer. Now video wise, I think that the quality on both these cameras are actually really solid. We also do have optical image stabilization, so when I'm walking around, it's actually really stable and footage looks pretty good. You can also see there's quite a nice depth of field effect around my face, and there's a bit of a blur on the background. which means that the sensor here is actually doing a good job keeping my face in focus while giving a nice blur effect around me. This is not even in cinematic mode, so this is just on the standard video camera, which is good to see. Now switching to the ultra wide sensor, it does a great job as well, doing the same thing as the main sensor. The microphone quality is also pretty decent on here as well. And so far, I think that the video capabilities on the Nothing phone are actually a pretty good standout feature. These are better than some of the other phones that I've seen, and I think that Nothing has done a great job of making sure that the cameras are both suitable for photos and videos at a high level. So I'm currently in town. I'm gonna meet up with my friend. We're gonna get some bubble tea and get some lunch together. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys when we meet up with him. Oh, that's yours.
Ice cream.
You almost finished?
Yeah, man. Almost finished, bro. How much you got left? You got so much left.
I haven't even finished one scoop. Vlog. Okay, I'll see you later, man. Bye-bye. Okay, so it's now 2:20. Our battery percentage is at 67%, and I'm about to catch the bus to go back home before I get ready for a barbecue later tonight. Okay, so it's currently 3:33. Our battery percentage is at 55%. Just got home from the city, and I'm gonna get some work done before I head off to a barbecue later today. And we're gonna see if this phone can last me until the end of the barbecue, because I'm gonna be gone for some time, and hopefully this will keep up with me. Alright then, let's get some work done. Okay, so it's currently 4:47. Battery percentage is at 45%. Now I'm getting ready to go to the barbecue, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, so 43%, 5:17. Time to get going. Look at this guy. Look at this handsome Pokemon.
Hey guys, welcome to the 30 days of Androiding. It's me, Luis. I saw that one comment asking where I was. I'm back now. Here with Toby. We're heading over to our friend Kenneth's house to have a little student life barbecue, just to celebrate the year and say goodbye to everyone before they leave to their hometowns. Alright guys, we're almost at the Kenneth Chen residence. Toby has been speeding the entire time.
No, I haven't. I'm under 50 right now.
He actually went all the way up to like 100.
What?
Sally, if you see this, rebuke this man for me. Thank you.
Bro, I didn't go wrong. I didn't go 100. You're on the wrong, man.
Oh, that was... Oh, wait, next turn. Ready?
Okay, so we've reached the place. It's 5:49. I've been using the Nothing phone for maps, and it is now at 36%. So hopefully this will last, but let's get some barbecue done.
36%! That's ludicrous!
Wait,
It's 550!
yeah, I'm hoping it will last longer, but
I don't think it will,
I've been using it the
guys.
whole day.
Chat, I don't think it makes it. My personal opinion, not a tech guy, not sponsored.
Okay, we'll see if he's correct or if it will last. Nothing, you better win. Sean McGee on camera.
안녕하세요 여러분. Welcome back to Toby's video. We have the crew.
What's up?
Sean, Gershom, Logan, Kenny, Sherry, Mari, Bethany, and all the way over there is AJ.
When it comes to medium to dark lighting, the main sensor still retains some nice details and color. However, the ultrawide starts to crumble a little. In darker environments, the video capability struggles with lots of noise and loss in sharpness. This is especially noticeable on the ultrawide sensor.
Space. Building Lego.
Let's do scrolling.
Hey! Wow! Hey guys, update from Lewis instead of Toby today. Trying to get the good lighting. Hi guys, update from Lewis today. We're at the end of the day, heading home. Haven't used the phone too much since we got here, but we're currently at 13%. Honestly, made it further than I thought it would, so props to the Nothing phone. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the verdict is from good old Upwards.
Someone just has to hold it.
Alright, bye guys. See you guys. Bye Toby. See you boys. Bye. Someone's got short legs.
You can pull it back,
See you later, guys. Have a good one.
Alright, so I'm back home and it's 11:03 and our battery percentage is at 7%. So the Nothing phone did last throughout my day, and today was a pretty heavy day, I would say. I was using a lot of Google Maps, I was going out and about for pretty much the whole day, and this phone was off the charger around 9:30ish, and now it's 11 o'clock. So let's take a look at the screen on time to see how much battery we have used today. Took the phone off the charger at 9:18 and we've had a screen time of 4 hours and 28 minutes. So this is a pretty good day so far with the Nothing phone, and it kept up with me, so not too bad. Alright, let's get into day 4. Okay, welcome to day 4 with the Nothing phone. It's currently 9:12 and our battery percentage is at 100%, and today I've got work for the whole day, so I won't be able to show you guys much of what I'm doing throughout the day, but we're going to be talking about the features and the software of the Nothing phone. And yeah, let's get into day 4. Okay, so I've just gone off on my break. It is currently 4:48 and our battery percentage is at 70%. Now, I just want to quickly talk about the software on the Nothing phone. So this is running Nothing OS 2.6. Nothing OS is a really simple and intuitive software, very clean and bloatware free. There's no advertising, and pretty much everything here is stock Google, which is really nice to see. For a phone at this price, you're getting a really nice and clean Android experience. Now the customization is really nice. You can really change the icons and the look of everything here, and there's a lot of things you can really do on here. Now what I really like about Nothing OS is the aesthetics. It is a really nice and simple minimalistic experience, especially with all of these different icons and text and the widgets that they included here. It's all very nice. Smoothness wise, the performance here has been very optimized, and I feel like there's no issues. The dynamic refreshing rate has always stuck to 120 Hz most of the time, and I felt like moving throughout the user interface and the user experience, swipes, gestures, everything works really well on this OS. Okay, I'm going back to work now, and I'll talk to you guys when I get home. There you go.
What do I do? Can I wave at it?
Yeah, that was all.
Hi guys! Wow. I'm so clear. Oh, it's on.
Okay, so let's talk about the biggest feature on the Nothing phone, which is the glyph interface. Now the glyph interface is a pretty unique feature only to the Nothing phone, and how it works is that you can really map this light setting to pretty much anything that you want. So if you get notifications, when you got a phone call, then this thing will light up, and you can choose from some of the presets that they have what kind of lighting interface you want to see, but you can also customize it yourself, which is pretty cool, which you can make through the glyph composer by uploading your own sound and creating your own ringtone with a matching glyph lighting effect. Some other cool features that are pretty useful from the glyph interface is a charging meter. You also do get a red light when you're recording, and you also do get music visualization effect. So if you're playing some music, the phone's glyph interface can flash according to the music sound, which is pretty fancy. So overall, I really think that the glyph interface is a really cool and unique feature, and it might not be for everyone, but for me personally, who likes to put my phone down on its face whenever I'm not using it, I think this is a pretty cool way of interacting with your phone, and just is something that is really unique. So we've kind of reached the end of day 4. It's currently 9:42. Our battery percentage is at 40%. Let's take a quick look at the battery performance, see how the Nothing phone has done for day 4. So we had a screen time of 2 hours and 35 minutes and 40% left. So it's not too bad for day 4. So that pretty much concludes day 4, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning and welcome to day 5. It is 10:31 and our battery percentage is at 100%, and it's time to go to church. Okay, so it's currently 5:38 and our battery percentage is at 56%. Now it's time to take a look at the performance of the Nothing phone. So the Nothing Phone 1 is equipped with the Snapdragon 778 Plus with 8GB of RAM. Now this was a pretty solid mid-range chip back in 2022 when this phone released. And so far the performance has actually been pretty solid. Now for basic day-to-day tasks, going on social media, scrolling on the internet, this phone does perfectly fine. And it can handle pretty much anything that you throw at it. Even with more heavy tasks such as using split screen multitasking or pop-up windows, it can handle it pretty well. However, I do find that sometimes it does heat up quite a bit and it can feel a slight lag here and there. But overall, for a mid-range chip from 2 years ago, this actually does pretty well. And the performance has been enough for what I do most days. However, when we turn to gaming, it isn't quite as capable. Playing Genshin Impact at low settings at 30 FPS was the smoothest option for this phone, and if you do bump it up to medium or 60 FPS, you can start to see a lot more stutters, you get the overclock warning, and the phone doesn't quite handle it as well. But overall, I do feel like the software has been optimized very well for this chip, and it doesn't reload too often, even with 8GB of RAM. If you're going back to some apps that you haven't used in a while, the Nothing phone does a good job of making sure that everything is all ready to be loaded again. Now, if you are a heavy user or you're a heavy gamer, this probably isn't the best option for you, but so far I'm pretty happy for day-to-day usage. Okay, so it is currently 11:45 and our battery percentage is at 21%. Usage to see how the Nothing phone has done throughout the day. So we have had a screen on time of 3 hours and 30 minutes. So it's not too bad for today, but we'll continue on with day 6.
Okay, so I'm heading off to training. It's currently 8:52. Our battery percentage is at 95%. And I'm with Dylan. Hey. And we're gonna get to a training now. And I have to work after this. I'll talk to you guys later. Okay. Okay, so it's currently 11:52. Battery percentage is at 86%. We just finished up the training and I'm gonna go head off to work now. It is 12:39. Our battery percentage is at 77%. I've just got into the train station and now I'm gonna drive to work. Let's get going. Okay, so I just finished work. It's 6:03. The battery percentage is at 30%. Now it's time to go home.
Looking at the battery life across the last few days, the Nothing Phone 1 has some really decent battery performance. I typically finish each day with 3.5 hours of screen time and about 20% remaining. On day 3, we hit 4.5 hours with 7% remaining, and I reckon we could push that through to 5 hours of screen on time. But honestly, I'm pretty impressed and pretty happy with the battery performance on the Nothing Phone 1. Okay, so it is currently 10:36 and our battery percentage is at 1%. So let's take a look at the battery usage to see how the Nothing phone did today. And to be honest, I did some pretty heavy usage on this phone using hotspot and video calling. So I'm not too surprised that the phone is already at 1%. And as we can see, we had a screen on time of 3 hours and 42 minutes. And most of it was done by Instagram when I was video calling. And we do have some from tethering, YouTube, Nothing Launcher, YouTube Studios. So pretty full on day today. Alright, so that wraps up day 6 and tomorrow is the last day with the Nothing phone. I'll be also shooting my day in the life with this phone. So let's get into day 7. Okay, so we have finally reached day 7 with the Nothing phone and let's wrap up my thoughts about the Nothing phone. Overall, I'm actually really impressed with the Nothing phone and I've actually really enjoyed the 7 days with this phone. It's been a pretty good start to the Android experience and so far there's been a lot of things that I enjoy about this phone. The design, the hardware and the software, the unique combination of the design of the software and hardware is very impressive and I really like Nothing OS. From the design of the glyph interface to the transparent back, to the front of the screen with its nice display, and of course the software skin, I really feel like Nothing has done a really great job and this is a phone that I could recommend to anyone pretty easily. There isn't anything missing and it is a really well-rounded package. So far, I think that Nothing phone has some really good potential and especially with the Nothing Phone 2 and 2A, I'm really excited to see what they do with the Nothing 3. Now, I would really like to see a Nothing Phone Mini if that is something that's possible with a 6.1 or 6.3 inch display. I have tiny hands, so something that is a little bit smaller would be really cool. And I think that Nothing is going to be a really cool competitor coming around in the next few years. Nothing is a very different company. They've been intriguing me ever since the first phone came out with their unique design language and marketing tactics. This is a company I wanted to join the journey with. Their approach to being hands-on, working with the community, and improving on the feedback given is a company that I really like, and their philosophy is something I can get behind. After using the Nothing Phone 1, I'm excited to see what their next phones will be and what the future is for them. So for the first 7 days with Android, this has been a pretty cool start, and I'm excited to see what the next phones can offer me. Let's keep going. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm Upwards, and I'll see you guys in the next video.